All right, so there's lots of different runners on the market right now, and this is the Endorphin Speed 4 from Saucony. Definitely wanted to check this one out. They have a revamped look to the midsoles, and I haven't tried the Endorphins in a couple versions now, so I wanted to just give it a go again and see how the midsole is comparison to some of the other stuff on the market. Let's go ahead and get into the video and show you guys what we have here. So again, these are the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s, and it looks like the ratings are not super good, like a 4 out of 5. Which is interesting. The retail on these are $170, and I feel like that's probably part of the reason why this probably should be like $140, $150-ish shoe. $170 seems a little bit high, in my opinion, for what you're getting. In general, the overall fit, I would say for these are true to size. I have a 9.5 here, and that they fit me perfectly fine. Now, some of the information about what they say about these shoes from the tech perspective. It says, we're all seeking relationships that go the distance. This is a very interesting start. The Endorphin Speed 4 running shoe is here to fill the role. Designed as a race day shoe, it's quickly proven itself much more equally capable during long, moderate training sessions and sprints to the finish. Thanks to the just right combination of winged nylon plate speed roll technology and Power Run PB foam. This cushioned running shoe provides the perfect balance of support, rebound, and forgiveness. It says that it's made for everyday training, speed training, and the men's shoes weigh about 8.2 ounces, it says. Again, highlights smooth speed roll technology for effortless speed, smooth turnover, and propulsion forward. Power Run PB foam is a true unicorn, offering the best combination of cushioning and energy return of any foam on the market. I don't know if that's actually true. There's a lot of other really good foams out there. This one does seem pretty good though. Re-engineered winged nylon plate provides reinforcement while maintaining flexibility. It also has like a nice little comparison metric to some of the other runners that they have out there from their line, including the Endorphin Pro and the Elite. This one is a cushion 3, it says. The Endorphin Pro is the same metrics, but it does have Power Run HG and PB, so there's two different foams in the midsole, and then it also does have a carbon fiber plate and only weighs 7.5 ounces. And then the Endorphin Elite is actually only support 1 out of 5. Cushioning is only 3 out of 5 as well, which is interesting. And the foam is Power Run HG alone. It says it's 7.2 ounces. So the lineup is very interesting, if you will. It's interesting to see that the reviews are like a 4 out of 5 stars for the brand new product like this. I think overall, when I tried them on, immediately I was like, okay, like I feel the Power Run in the midsole, and it definitely has that like Adidas Boost sort of feel to it because you could see the fused together pellets. That's kind of like what the Saucony line has brought forward. Basically, they started with like Saucony Everrun, and then they moved over to the Power Run and Power Run PB and all these other things. But this one specifically, it's pretty lightweight for sure, and the overall feel on feet is pretty good as well. The look of the shoe is a lot more aggressive than the previous, which I did like. The midsole looked really cool, how it was like angled and stuff. And it seems like we're seeing a lot more of that in the runners in today's day and age. Here's two of the ones for competition that I'll basically be talking about a little bit. We have the Asics Noble Blast 4. Then we have the brand new New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V4, which is an absolute beast. Both of these are really good. Anyway, first impressions right out of the box. The mesh is cool. I like that you have a different gauge mesh on the tongue. It adds more breathability there. You have larger perforation holes across the mesh in the toe box, which also adds to more breathability to the shoe. So breathability check. And then the upper is fairly simplistic. I mean, you do have fused on sections where the laces go. Obviously, the added durability there is nice. The upper, again, not anything super crazy, but just it's overall good and very breathable. The midsole is kind of squeaky feeling to the touch. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is kind of an interesting material to the touch. The Power Run PB, though, is really nice. You definitely feel a nice amount of heel squish when you're walking around in these things. They also have this crazy wing on the back of the shoe, which is something we're seeing a lot more of, again, in all of the newer runners. So, you know, it adds a little bit extra to the heel strike when you're kind of running around and stuff. And like somebody like myself that's just really primarily wanting to see if these are something that you can casual, just an everyday sort of a pair of sneakers. Is it a pair that you can do that with? I think that, yes, this is a shoe that you can casual. It's not too firm. It's not too soft. There's definitely a good amount of cushion there. And that speed roll technology they have in the midsole, honestly, I didn't notice any crazier rocker action going on. It's pretty well balanced from standing and walking around. Now, the one thing I will note is immediately I was like, okay, it is a little bit wobbly in the heel. Yes, there's a little bit of width to the heel of the shoe as well. But when I was kind of rolling left to right, I was like, I'm not feeling like it's going to pop and fall over, but it just felt a little bit unstable. I don't know if it was just the Power Run foam comparison to some of the other foams. Like I would say like the Fuel Cell and the Fresh Foam X that you see here, it's a lot softer and squishier on both of those models than in here. And the squishy feel like absorbs the roll, I guess, a little bit more. It felt like a little bit more wobbly because of the materials, I think. Anyway, I noticed it immediately as something that was like, oh, that's a little bit odd. But as you're walking around and stuff, it's not like you're feeling like you're going to fall off or anything. And if you lock down your shoes good enough, I'm pretty sure most people aren't going to have a problem with that. But if you guys have tried these, leave a comment, let me know. Am I crazy? Is it a little bit wobbly comparison? But the overall upper I think is nice. The traction on the outsole is interesting. It's actually a lot more minimal than what I remember Saucony shoes being. And maybe it's, again, just a specific model because this is a lightened up version. It's a speed version, right? So you don't want thicker traction. But some of the other models have really, really good traction. Not that they're probably even comparable, but it's just noteworthy for those people that want something with added traction. This is not really the one that has that, but it is a shoe that's supposed to be made for you going fast. And overall, the feeling and the sensation of walking around, there is some snappiness to the shoe, and I like that. There is a good amount of squish in the forefoot. There's definitely a good amount of squish in the heel. Comparison to some of the other stuff that I have out here, I would say comparable feeling-ish would be like these, the Novoblast 4s. Like this one felt really good on feet. It's a lot wider. The stack of foam's a little bit bigger, it feels like, with this, and this has the FF Blast Plus versus the Power Run PB. These two foams are kind of like comparable. I would say that this one might have a little bit more snappiness to it, just overall feeling the shoe on my feet and in hand. Like the snappiness, the bounce back is definitely a little bit more there. It is maybe just a teeny bit more firm feeling than this, but noticeably comparable on feet. I mean, overall shapes and stuff are there. This feels like a bigger stack of foam, but you definitely had a nice amount of squish in this shoe as well. Things change quite a bit though when you try on the Fuel Cell Rebel V4s. These things are crazy soft and squishy. The heel squish on this shoe is insane comparison to both of the other shoes. Like this is just, it's such a crazy sensation when you're walking in these things. It might be too soft for some people, to be 100% honest, because it is so soft and squishy. It feels like your heel sinks in as you're walking around, and some people might not like that. But Fuel Cell is also supposed to be the responsive foam from New Balance, so it might sink in, but it should be snappy and snap back. I would say comparatively, like, and I can't speak from a runner's perspective, like this feels snappier, but this feels more responsive, if you will. I know it's not really a fair thing to even say because snappy and responsive kind of go hand in hand. I don't know. I always like Fuel Cell better, and I don't think my opinion is changing with the newest version of what we have here. I would even say that the 1080 V13 is softer and just overall better on feet. Feeling for myself, at least, for the casual, if you're looking for something a little bit like softer and squishier and stuff on feet. Both of these offerings are insane. I'm going to do a direct comparison between these two shoes because there's so much to break down on which one you should buy, but these are the top of my list for sure for this year for comfort thus far. That doesn't mean that this is a bad shoe. It's a really good shoe. That some people are going to prefer this shoe over all of the other shoes out here. Other people might hate it. Like, obviously, we all have different feet. We all have a different opinion in how we like to have our footwear. If you're looking for breathability, like this offers a lot of that. The snappiness, again, feels snappy on feet. And there's definitely a good amount of cushioning. Felt a little bit wobbly to me, though, like I said. Lastly, I did want to compare these guys a little bit. The Supernova Rises. I know the price point's $140 versus 170, so there's a kind of a difference here. But the foam and the overall feeling on feet, the Supernova Rise felt like it had just probably like equal amount of cushioning to these. But again, this one, the bounce back and the snappiness felt a little bit better in the Saucony. But both of them really good on feet. And honestly, this is one of those shoes that I'm actually really impressed with what Adidas is doing with the Dreamstrike technology. And I can't wait to see what they do if they do more of it, because this is a dual density shoe as well. I did a review on these as well as the Supernova Solutions. I don't know which video is going to be up first, this one or that one, but it will be on my channel soon, so subscribe and check out my videos. But yeah, dual density foam on here. It's a really nice overall ride, and if you're looking for an everyday pair of sneakers that's not as soft and squishy as something like this is something that is probably more versatile because of that. And I would say the same thing with these, except for the stability of the shoe just felt a little bit off. I don't know why that is. It feels even weird saying it without like a justified solution other than like it just felt that way to me. like I don't know how to explain it. And it's pretty wide. I'd say aesthetic wise, I like it a lot. I mean, I think it looks great. I should have got a different colorway. This gray one's kind of boring. The purple and pink one looks really, really nice. So I feel like I got the wrong colorway. All in all, is it a buy at $170? I don't know if I could recommend it at that price point. It's a lot. I mean, if you really like Saucony and you know you like the Power Run Plus, then it's a shoe that I think you're going to enjoy. If you've never tried Saucony Power Run Plus and you have tried like the Rebel V3s or something like that, or other things like the Supernovas, which are like $135, $140 price points, I mean, you're going to probably feel let down by the $170 price point because it really offers comparable feelings-ish to like something that's a lower tier, which is not like the best overall thing to say about a product. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I need to check out the Pros because that offers a dual density foam with the softer foam, or the, I guess, the more elite foam versus these. I thought these ones would be better from the casual, but I don't know, man. Can you casual them? Yes. The price point's a little bit high. All in all, I don't regret getting them, but it's like there's so many other good pairs on the market now. It's crazy. And hopefully you guys found the video informative. If you guys do want to buy a pair, I'll link them in the description to take you to Saucony. You can choose between these and some of the other offerings that they have on the market. But the Saucony Power Run PB is pretty good stuff. Overall, it's comfy on feet. Definitely something you can wear and be happy with walking around because the comfort is there. Like if you only tried that, if you've never tried any of these other shoes out, then you're going to probably absolutely love that shoe. But again, there's so many other good ones. So it's tough to say. But anyways, that's my quick overview of the shoe. Hope you guys found this video somewhat informative. If you guys want to see comparisons between specific shoes, leave a comment in the comment section which shoes. And if there's new ones on the market you guys want to see that or have recommendations for me to trying, I'm always down to hear what you guys have to say. But have a good rest of the day. Thanks for stopping by and watching, and hopefully see you back for some more content soon. All right, peace, guys.